Hello, Peter here, Pinoy Accountant. So, in this video, pag-usapan natin about bank reconciliation at paano ba ito makakatulong sa atin in monitoring and safeguarding our cash. Because yung cash is alam naman natin, very important sa companies and at the same time, ito din ay isang susceptible to mga theft. Kagaya ng nasa news na ito, accountant arestado sa double OTP, modus 5.3 million yung kanyang natangay. So, kagaya ng case na ito, this has been, according to the news, this has been ongoing mga 8 months na palang ginagawa ng accountant na ito na nagdo-double payment siya. Yung first payment is mapupunta sa supplier, yung second payment is mapupunta sa kanyang bank account. So 8 months cumulative at umabot sa 5.3 million daw yung kanyang natangay. So, paano ba natin ito maiwasan? Is with the use or with the tool bank reconciliation. So, yun yung pag-usapan natin today. So just a quick definition, yung bank reconciliation, this is the process to bring into agreement the cash balance per bank, ayan, using the bank statement, and the cash balance per book naman, using our cash book or yung ledger for our cash, for example, the cash in bank. So in most cases, ginagawa to every end of the month. So monthly. So kagaya nung sa nabalita kanina, yung sa news, 8 months na ongoing pala yung ginagawa ng accountant. So if had prepared. For me, if nag-prepare sila ng bank reconciliation monthly, ayan, madedetect na nila on the first month pa lang that there were several na mga double payments. So, yung gagawin natin dito is ibabangga natin kung magkano yung balanse ng nasa books natin, i-go against natin kung magkano yung nasa bank. So, in our example, in most cases, hindi equal yung bank balance at the end of the month and yung cash balance, I mean, at the end of the month sa ating books tsaka sa bank. So in our example here, yung bank balance natin, for example, at the end of May is 219,570. But sa ating books, yung balance is 292,000. So may reconciliation tayo, may reconciling item. So we have to investigate ano ba yung reasons kung bakit hindi sila tugma. So we have here mga reconciling items. The bank reconciling items, we have first is the outstanding checks. So these are yung mga inisyu ng company. Inisyu ng mga cheque na company in the books, lalabas na yon as cash outflow, yung mga check disbursements. But there are cases, for example, yung suppliers natin is hindi pa nila na-encash or dineposit nila at the end of the month na. So yung clearing, hindi pa nag-clear sa yung cheque. So magiging outstanding check yon. So that in our books, naka-minus na yon. But sa bangko, hindi pa nila alam, wala pa silang nare-receive or hindi pa nag-clear. So may outstanding check. So hindi pa yon namaminus sa ating bank balance. So yun yung first, the outstanding check. So second is the deposit in transit. So anong example ito? For example is may collection tayo and then yung binayad ng ating customer is cheque din. And then yung cheque na yon, dineposit natin and hindi pa nag-clear. So in our books, ayan, may natanggap na tayo na cash but doon sa ating bank, hindi pa siya nag-clear. So that would be deposit in transit. Ayan. And of course, there are errors din sa ating mga bank. For example, may mga transactions sa banks na hindi naman sa atin. So, pwede i-consider yon as errors. So, sa book balance naman, yung may mga reconciling items din tayo. We have here the credit memos, the debit memos, and the errors. So, yung credit memos, these are mga, for example, credit ni bank, yun yung usual is, you will receive credit memos, for example, in increase or may addition sa inyong balance sa bank. These are, it could be may mga nag-loan kayo and may pumasok or na-approve na yung loan. So, i-credit yun sa inyong account. And other example ng mga credit could be, may reverse na mga fees. Ayan. So, ibabalik sa inyo yung balance. So, madadagdagan ulit yung bank balance niyo. So, in opposite naman nun are the debit memo. So, these are mga deductions sa inyong bank account, sa bank balance niyo. So, example, mga bank fees. Ayan. So, it could be, yun, may transaction kayo and yung transaction na yun, for example, is may katumbas or may equivalent na bank fees. Ayan. So, ima-minus sa inyong bank account yon sa bank balance niyo. And last is errors. For example, may mga mali na figures kayo na input sa books niyo. For example, supposed to be 10,000 yung disbursement niyo sa books, but upon reviewing yung sa bank nyo, yung 10,500 pala yung check-in ninyo. So, ibig sabihin, misstated or mas maliit yung dinisburse ninyo per books. So, i-add ninyo yung 500. Yun yung mga example natin. But, ayan, just a quick lang scenario ninyo after doing the bank reconciliation, magiging equal na yung bank balance ninyo and the book balance. Kagaya ng example na to, yung bank balance natin is 261,570 and yung book balance natin is 261,570. So yung mga book reconciling items, these are kailangan pa nating ng mga adjusting entries. So kailangan natin i-record yun. For example, may mga unrecorded na collections na pumasok directly to our bank. So we have to record that, I mean, as our cash collection. So we will debit the cash, ayan, sa mga increases sa ating cash, and we will credit the sales. So then yung overview ng bank reconciliation. So from here, ayan, mag-example tayo so that mas ma-picture out nyo and mas mag-grasp yung concept ng bank reconciliation. Magsasample tayo, yung magsasample tayo na may bank statement, ayan, and may ano tayo, balance per book. So, in our next slide, ayan, you will see the example. So, ito na yung example natin. For example, we have here One Piece merchandise and we are doing the bank reconciliation at the end of May. So, as of May 31, 2026. So, yung kailangan natin is yung kunin is at the end of May 31, magkano ba yung balance per bank statement? Or usually yung mga companies are still using the passbook because yung passbook it's hard to hindi siya basta-basta pwedeng i-edit. Unlike sa PDF na bank statement, pwedeng mas madali siyang i-edit. So, in most cases, other companies or most companies would prefer the passbook kasi it's very difficult to alter the figures sa passbook. Ayan. So kailangan 'yan in our example bank statement lang so that mas makita niyo yung mga figures. Bank statement ay kailangan yung unadjusted closing balance and then sa ating cash book, kailangan natin yung unadjusted closing balance. And then we will do ito yung mga sample ng mga reconciling items na banggit natin kanina, deposit in transit, ayan, outstanding checks, unrecorded collections, ayan mga NSF checks, interest and the bank fees. Ayan. And then at the end, ayan, we will get the adjusted closing balance na equal na yung bank and our books. Ayan. So, in our example, ayan, we'll get itong balance from the bank. We have here the example. This is the bank statement dito sa left side. Ayan. And then, ito naman yung ledger natin ng ating cash in bank na account. And same for the month ending May 31, 2026. So, ito yung mga transactions sa ating bank statement. And ito naman yung mga transactions na recorded sa ating books. So, yung gagawin natin is, first is yung balance. This is the closing balance sa bank, 219,570. Yung sa ating books naman is 292,000. So, ilalagay natin dito sa bank reconciliation. It's like a report lang, naka-template. Pwede nyo gamitin itong the same template. Ayan. So, ilagay natin sa pinakataas is the unadjusted closing balance ng ating bank statement. Again, 219,570. And our books naman, sa books natin, 292,000 yung balance. So, ayan. So, that is still the unadjusted closing balance per bank and per our book. So, yung next natin gagawin is, yung mga transaction dito is, ayan, imamano-mano natin na kailangan natin tingnan if sa bank, ano yung mga transaction dyan, line item, i-compare natin sa books, if nasa book ba, naka-record ba sa ating ledger. So, ito, line by line, susubukan natin. Yun yung gagawin natin, i-check natin. So, first line item dito is May 4. Ayan, may deposit sa ating bank na 35,000. So, since may deposit, our bank balance is 235,000. So, itong figure na ito, hanapin natin sa ating ledger kung may transaction ba tayo na 35,000. So, hanapin natin. In our example, ito, kita nyo dito sa May 4, nag-deposit tayo ng ating cash sales sa ating bank. Ayan, 35,000 din. So, at the same day, ayan, pumasok din sa ating bank account. So, yung gagawin natin is, lalagyan natin ng check mark. So, that ibig sabihin is, check siya, na-check natin nasa books natin, nasa book, and then nasa bank din, yung transaction na ito. Ayan, so i-check mark natin, and then dito din. Ayan, check. So, second item sa ating bank, ayan, may check number 143, So, this is disbursement because nabawasan yung ating bank account or the bank balance. 2,500 and then hanapin natin dito and we have here noong May 11, ayan, nag-issue tayo ng check number 143 or 143 and that is a payment to AB supplier, 2,500. So, nag-clear siya, probably nag-clear siya sa bank is May 13 na. So, this is the same transaction. So, i-check mark ulit natin. Ayan, check mark and then check mark. So next item sa ating bank is the fund transfer. Ayan. Nabawasan yung ating bank balance ng 5,000. So titingnan nyo dito sa ating ledger or sa cash book ninyo. Ayan, may 5,000 ba? Ayan. So nung same date, ayan, May 14, ayan, nag-fund transfer tayo. Payment to CD supplier. Ayan. Same amount, 5,000. So again, check mark. And then check mark nyo din dito sa ating sa ating cash book. And then next is this one is e-link payment nung May 15. So hanapin natin sa book. Ayan. So nakalagay dito e-link payment office supply. So could be that we bought mga office supplies and online or e-link payment yung gamit natin. So again, check mark. Check mark. Ayan. So, every line item i-check natin. So, yung example kanina yung accountant, ayan. If ever nag-bank reconciliation tayo, makikita kaagad natin na doble-doble yung ating mga transaction. So, next natin is nung May 15, ayan. So, this is an example nung debit memo ng bank is bank fees. Ayan, nabawasan yung ating bank balance. So, 500. So it could be may mga transaction tayo na may kaakibat na bank fees. For example, usual niyan is pag may mga international transfers tayo, ayan, may mga bank fees yan. So i-check natin sa ating books, 500 yung amount and then if pansinin nyo, ayan, wala pa siya sa ating books. Hindi pa siya naka-record. So ibig sabihin this would be a reconciling item sa ating book because this is a debit memo or bank fees. So ayan, lagyan natin ng letter A for example. That would be our mark na that is a reconciling item. So pupunta tayo dito sa ating bank recon na template. Ayan. And then dito sa cash book, ayan, may ano dito. Bank fees. I-deduct natin yung bank fees that was 500. Ayan. So you can put here A so that you can trace ano ba yung reconciling or ano yung ano niyan, which part doon sa ating bank statement. Ayan, that is the letter A. So yung bank fees is a reconciling item. So next is ito, nung May 18, ayan, peso net from, ayan, may transaction reference 015847472 na 10,000. Ayan. I-check natin if nandun ba siya, naka-record na sa ating ledger or sa ating cash book. So if pansin ninyo, wala pa siya dito. So again, that would be our another reconciling item. So this could be mga ano pa to, unrecorded na sales or collections. For example, some of our customers, they would directly deposit or do bank transfer to our bank account and hindi pa nila tayo na-inform. So hindi pa na-record sa ating book. Ayan. So this would be letter B. Ayan, another reconciling item. So this will be i-add natin sa ating balance, unrecorded collection. Again, the amount is ito 10,000. So i-add natin 'yan. Ayan, 10,000. And then let's proceed. Ayan, so next transaction ito May 18, ayan, may NSF check. Ayan, 172384. So ibig sabihin ng NSF check is non-sufficient fund yung check. So yung supplier natin nagbayad may customer tayo, nagbayad siya sa atin and tumalbog yung check niya. That is yung bounce check, yung commonly term dito. Nag-bounce yung kanyang check because walang pondo. So since nag-bounce yon, so mamaminus yon sa ating bank bank statement or sa ating bank balance. So that would be another reconciling item. So ipansin niyo, Ayan, kailangan natin mag-adjusting entry dito because sa ating books, recorded as ano na yan, collected na. So, this will be letter C, NSF or bounce check, 15,000. So, balik tayo sa ating template na bank reconciliation. Ayan. Letter C, i-deduct natin yung 15,000. Ayan. And then, let's proceed. Nung May 22, ayan, may transaction tayo. Ayan, May 22, fund transfer. Ayan, 25,000. So, if i-check natin dito, 25,000, May 22. Ito yon, nung May 22, may fund transfer. We received customer payment. Ayan, invoice 8. So, we'll put a check mark. Ayan, so recorded na siya sa ating books din. Sa ating book. Ayan. So, next item is we have here May 31. Ayan, interest paid ng bank. This is a system generated. So, that is a credit memo because nag-increase yung ating bank balance. So, 70 yung interest. Again, ine-net nyo na yung final withholding tax niyan. Yung amount na i-record natin sa ating book. So, this is already the net of the withholding tax. 70. Ayan. So, sa ating books, ayan, mostly hindi pa yan na-record because yung mga adjusting entry kagaya ng interest, ayan, usually during bank recon yan nare-record. So 70, this will be letter D, another reconciling item. Ayan, balik tayo sa template. Add interest, 70. Ayan. So kita nyo may yung adjusted closing balance nating books is 286,570. Ayan, so may mga bank adjusting entries pa naman tayo. So may currently, ayan, may tayo unreconciled amount na 67,000. But hindi pa tayo tapos. Ayan, balikan natin yung ating bank statement and the cash book. So dito naman tayo sa side ng ating cash book. Ayan, kita nyo may dalawang items pa dito. Nung May 29, ayan, we received payment from our customer, ayan, for the invoice 9, ayan, check 1273. So in our books, ayan, considered as natanggap na natin yung cash. But upon checking, ayan, kita nyo dito sa bank, ayan, hindi pa siya nag-clear. Ayan, because May 29 pa natin siya ni-deposit. Alam naman natin na it would take 2 to 3 days, ayan, for the clearing of the checks. So, 50,000 sa ating books recorded na, but in our bank, ayan, wala pa siya. So, that would be a bank reconciling item. So, this is letter E. Ayan, so deposit in transit, i-add natin siya, 50,000. Letter E. Tama ba? Ayan, letter E, 50,000. So, the last item, ito, 8,000. Ayan, nag-issue tayo ng cheque kay XYZ supplier na 8,000. But upon checking sa ating bank statement, wala pang 8,000 dito. It could be, hindi pa na-encash ni XYZ supplier or hindi niya pa na-deposit. So, it will be a reconciling item sa ating bank. So, this will be letter F. Ayan. Balikan natin yung ating template. F and the amount is 8,000. So, ima-minus to ng 8,000. So, hindi balance yung ating bank reconciliation. So, ganun naman talaga, di ba? Walang perfect. So, ito, kailangan natin tingnan ulit, saan ba tayo nagkamali? Ano ba sa tingin nyo? Saan ba tayo nagkamali dito? So, let's review again the figures. So, dito tayo nagkamali sa formula pala because kita nyo, yung formula for this, ayan, nag-skip siya. So, yung gagawin natin is, i-correct lang natin yung ating formula. Ayan. So, supposed to be, yung closing balance ng ating unadjusted closing balance nating bank statement is 244,570. Ayan. So, dito tayo nagkamali. So, check natin. Ayan, 244,570. So, ayan, nabalansin na natin, di ba? Magic. So, ganun yung thrill pag ano kayo accountant. Pag nakita nyo, saan ba tayo nagkamali? And then, na-solve ninyo and then na-reconcile ninyo. Yan. Boom. Ayan. Mind blown. Anyway, so dun tayo nagkamali sa unadjusted closing balance. Supposed to be that is 244,570 and an unadjusted closing balance ng ating books ng cash book natin is 292,000. And then, add and deduct natin yung mga bank reconciling item. That would give us itong adjusting closing balance ng ating bank statement, 286,570. And our book, ayan, 286,570. So, ibig sabihin, balanse na yung ating bank and the book. So, tama. Tama yung ating bank reconciliation. So, ayan. So, yan yung silbi ng bank reconciliation. But hindi pa dyan nagtatapos because itong mga book reconciling items, itong A, B, C, and D, kailangan pa natin to ng entry so that mako-correct natin yung balance ng ating book. Ayan. So, ayan. So, yun lang ating video for today. My name is Peter. Ayan, subukan natin i-entry. Ano ba yung mga entry dito? Gawin na lang natin so that hindi tayo paulit-ulit. So, adjusting entries. Letter A. Ayan, ayan, dito tayo. Letter A, the bank fees. Debit natin bank fees. And then, i-credit natin yung ating cash in bank. Ayan. Cash in bank natin. So, yung amount is debit nyo for 500 and then credit nyo for 500 to record, ayan, bank fees. Ayan. So, next natin na adjusting entry is itong unrecorded collection. So, yung ating entry dito is cash in bank. Ayan, 15,000. Ay, 10,000 pala. Ayan, 10,000. And credit natin is, for example, this is accounts receivable. Ayan, and this is to record collection of sales. Ayan, invoice, for example, lagay nyo anong invoice being na-collect na yan. And then, ayan, so letter C, ganun lang, di ba? Bounce check or non-sufficient check. So, ibig sabihin, ibabalik natin siya as a receivable because tumalbog yung kanyang cheque. So, this will be accounts receivable. Ayan, and then babalik natin, mamaminus sa ating cash. Ayan. That is 15,000. Pwede nyo lagyan to record NSF check. Ayan, lagay nyo, ano yun? Ano yung reference, kumbaga, check, may nakalagay ba? So anyway, yan yung ating to record NSF check. Yan, so magiging receivable ulit natin siya and mababawasan yung ating cash in bank. So letter D, ayan, so malapit na tayo. D is for the interest, cash in bank, and then credit natin yung interest income. Ayan. Record interest earned from cash in bank, for example. Ayan. So yung amount is 70. Ayan. So, ayan, mabilisan lang na adjusting entries. So, ito mga book adjusting entries, ito sila. Kailangan natin to adjust our cash, yung balance ng ating cash. So, at the end of May, yung correct balance ng ating cash should be itong 286,570. Ayan. So, ayan, yan ang ating video for today. I hope nakatulong sa inyo on how you can do bank reconciliation. So, it is very important talaga the end of every month, ayan, mag-bank reconciliation tayo so that iwas na yung mga unauthorized transactions so that makikita yung mga transactions sa ating banks are all mga legit, are all valid, are all authorized. With the help of this bank reconciliation, makikita nyo kaagad kahit yung mga nagbabounce ng mga cheque from our suppliers, ayan, I mean from our customers, ayan, makita din natin sa ating bank reconciliation. At kung ano pa mga errors na it could be honest mistake, ayan, mali yung na-record sa ating books, ayan, could be, ayun nga, dishonest mistake. So, yun na yung ating video for today. My name is Peter. If may mga tanong kayo, just comment down below. And sa mga nag-like, subscribe, comment, nag-share nating video, super thank you. And sa mga nag-send ng kanilang support, super thank you. It's a big help so that I can continue making this mga free videos and tutorials and answer your mga questions. So, ayan, if you would want to support our channel, you can go to www.pinoyaccountant.com/donate, and you can also download na yung mga free templates tayo. Itong template na to, i-upload ko din sa ating website, www.pinoyaccountant.com/download naman. Ayan. So again, thank you very much and I'll see you in our next video.